In the current climate where the acquisitions of current generation consoles like the Xbox Series X is still a challenge to purchase, the importance of bridging the gap and bringing console gaming to more people in more places is ever so important. Now, one of the ways is through the power of cloud gaming, and this is one area Xbox have been pushing and making grounds with their cloud gaming platform through their Xbox Game Pass service, which has been a key player in having access to high quality console gaming on the go with things like smartphones, laptops, and tablets. Now, Samsung's Gaming Hub is official on their 2022 smart TVs and smart monitors. We finally get initial hands-on to see how inbuilt game streaming platforms like Xbox Gaming app with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is like. Hi, Ben from SamMobile. If you enjoy new and exclusive videos like this, then be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos on YouTube with SamMobile TV. Now here's what we found after trying Samsung's Gaming Hub with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Just a quick overview of what Samsung's Gaming Hub is all about. This is what Samsung are calling their game streaming discovery platform for their 2022 smart TVs and beyond. Whether we will see Gaming Hub available for previous Samsung TVs is still yet to be seen and decided, but for now, this is purely for 2022 smart TVs and beyond. The Gaming Hub brings forward support for game streaming from popular services like Stadia, GeForce Now from Nvidia, and this showcase from Xbox, this time from Microsoft. As these apps are now built in with the relevant subscriptions, this will enable you to effectively have console gaming from your TV without the need of a dedicated gaming console plugged in, opening up a level of gaming convenience that has never been there before, which indeed does make Samsung's 2022 smart TVs the first ever in the world to enable this. This is definitely uncharted territory when it comes to this form of gaming and further leans into the vision of gaming as a service for everyone, everywhere. Now, as stated before, the whole idea with game streaming is to bring console quality gaming to you in more places with minimal loss in quality and responsiveness compared to playing it natively on a dedicated console, and also with no wait times of having to download, update, and especially install games. Now, for context, we only had about 1 hour of testing on the Xbox app with Game Pass Ultimate in this controlled environment. There were 4 areas of testing, which consisted of 2 smart monitor M8s on a wireless connection, 1 8K TV, which we believe to be the QN900B on a wireless network, and 1 4K TV, which we do believe to be the QN90B, this time on a wired Ethernet connection. Now, if I'm speaking for myself personally, I do own an Xbox Series X with Game Pass Ultimate and use a 4K 120Hz native OLED display with HDMI 2.1 support. So my expectations of how close Xbox cloud gaming would be to native gaming was definitely in play here. Now, with the limited time, only select few games were tested and showcased, with Gears 5 being my main game, NBA 2K22, Flight Simulator, and Halo Infinite. The streaming service operates at 1080p up to 60 frames a second, and that up to 60 frames a second is very important as this is game dependent and also based on the strength and latency of the internet connection being used. Let's start with Gears 5, and it ran flawlessly at 1080p 60 frames a second, and as someone who plays this game religiously on my Xbox games console as my main game, when testing both on a wired and wireless connection, I was surprised just how stable and responsive gaming was, but also the in-game menus with no slowdown or lag as well. It really did feel like how it would do when actually playing it natively. Very surprising. Now, for the image quality, even from a distance, you could definitely tell it was more at a mix between medium to high level 1080p image quality, but I think the sacrifice is more than justified in this situation, as the responsiveness when playing was excellent, especially on the wired Ethernet connection. Now, the story was basically the same for Halo Infinite with 60 frames a second gameplay, low latency, and near enough instant input response, which indeed is very important for a fast-paced first-person shooter. The experience was different with Flight Simulator. Although still running at 1080p, the frame rate looked to be pushing at 30 frames a second. Now, the reputation of this game in particular when it comes to image quality and also system performance has always been at the ultra high end. So, per game basis, this is to be expected, but it still looked great. Last game was NBA 2K 2022 because of course we have to throw in a sports game to see how it runs. The game ran at 1080p 60 frames a second, which was great to see, but at times it seemed to be a challenge in the menus and also the loading times, which did display stutters and frame drops. Now, this was tested on the Smart Monitor M8 on a wireless connection, so take that for what it is for the limited time I had testing and playing, but in my personal opinion, I will put this down more to the development of the game based on my past experience with playing NBA 2K22, even on next-gen consoles. Overall verdict on my early hands-on impressions of Xbox game streaming on Samsung's 2022 Smart TV and Smart Monitor is a very positive one currently in this controlled environment. I know the immediate question that will come after this showcase will be, why not just play games on a dedicated console where you can get high resolutions and frame rates all the way up to 120 frames a second? Just remember, game streaming is not meant to replace dedicated console gaming, but rather to bring console gaming to you in more places with reduced wait times of large installs and updates, while aiming to give you close to the same instant response when gaming natively. With that in mind, it looks like so far it's doing exactly that. Is this going to give you more of a reason and incentive to purchase a 2022 Samsung Smart TV or Smart Monitor? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. For the latest news of the world of Samsung daily, be sure to visit us at SamMobile.com. And for the latest videos on YouTube with SamMobile TV, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, and we will see you next time.